will be leaving very soon, and if France or some other country wants to get oil or gas, they'll go up through the Strait and Hormuz Strait. They'll go right up there and they'll be able to fend for themselves. I think it'll be very safe.
This is what Trump said yesterday in a statement, and the TLDR of this is basically, look, we achieved our objectives, we bombed Iran, we destroyed the nuclear capabilities, we destroyed the Navy, and so on and so on. The Strait of Hormuz is none of our concern, and if anyone, for example, a European or an Asian country that is relying on the Strait of Hormuz wants to get oil through the Strait, well, you can just go up and do whatever you want, whether that's France, whether that's the UK, whoever that might be. Well, this could be catastrophic. Now, Trump made it very, very clear. He came out yesterday, said they are going to leave very soon. Nations, whoever want to reopen can reopen the Strait. And he also has a speech happening today at 9 p.m. ET, which is about 3 a.m. European time. And one, it's 3 a.m. European time, and two, so the European markets can't really react to it. And two, it is off the market, straight off the market close in the US. Everybody's expecting a de-escalation. I actually don't really know why. The market is pumping. The market is bullish. The S&P 500 is going up. Had major gains on the day. Nasdaq is going up, but I do believe that you are the exit liquidity. So if you look at the hyper-liquid traders, extremely profitable and profitable traders are all short. Neutral traders, the profitable traders are neutral. And guess who is bullish? Only the people who are unprofitable. So do not be on this end. I do believe that that we are going to see a massive reversal from this. Whether there's going to be a news from Iran, the news from Trump, we're going to discuss all that. But also just another insider point: there is someone that is taking millions and millions of dollars worth of puts on the S&P SPY, the S&P index. So they are shorting the S&P with millions and millions of dollars worth of puts. So guys, it's a big show. I know that majority of the people are completely opposite than what I'm gonna say today, and that is absolutely fine. We'll see how it turns out. Please stick around if you don't know who I am. My name is 𝗧𝗲. Been here since 2016, trading every single day. I'm doing these 5 to 10 minute updates so you can keep up to date with what I'm doing. 22% if you're not subscribed. We want to hit 40,000 subscribers in April, so please subscribe to the channel, and let's jump in. Very important, before I jump into the chart, I'm going to talk about oil long. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin generational entries. I do believe that they are great, not generational, but they are great, very good entries that are coming up that we've been waiting for a long time now. One is very important. The whole pump yesterday started from the president of Iran saying it's two different things, right? There's the supreme leader and then there's the president. And the president came out and he said that, you know, Iran is ready to end the war if they have security and guarantees. Well, first of all, I've been saying it since yesterday that no one actually gives a crap about what this guy is saying. Like, he's been saying whatever he wants to say, and then the market started pumping. And apparently came out this new guy, Minister 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏, who's the foreign minister, and he said, we don't have any faith that negotiations with the US yield any results. So it's like all around the place, and everybody is betting on something, but ultimately everybody can't see the forest from the trees, because you're focusing on one specific statement that is not even necessarily true, and then the market is start pumping. At the same time, the UAE, after Trump's announcement, they are like, look, we might actually get involved. We want to open the Strait of Hormuz, so the UAE might actually get involved, being the first Gulf country in this war. They are interested in fighting to opening up the Hormuz. At the same time, Trump can say whatever he wants to say. He's sending aircraft carrier, another aircraft carrier, the third one, that is going to the Middle East. You can see him speaking today at 9 p.m. ET, which I said about 3 a.m. Central European time. And what is interesting is that there is the Australian and the UK Prime Minister both addressing the nations, which is signaling to me, and I believe what we're going to see is oil shortages. Like, we talked about this yesterday. I do believe that these addresses will come back about oil shortages and the fact that people will need to start, taking. I'm not saying there's going to be an oil lockdown, but there can be, because we've seen the precedent for it in COVID. And so I've been actually voicing my opinion here in the Telegram. If you have been here, this is why it's actually good to be here. It's a Telegram channel that I have, that it is basically down in the description. You can just see it down here. It says join the community, and then I can update you with a voice note. Especially, I'm gonna go travel for a couple of days, and I can update you with charts. I can update you with voice notes. So join in there, because that's what I can do. But ultimately, I do have positions open, right? So this is when I say, oh, 𝗧𝗲 got completely destroyed. Okay, so I'm up $3,000, and I realized $1,000 in PNL on my Bitcoin shorts. I'm doing pretty okay. But I do have the short open. I'm shorting the S&P as well, down about 12%. This was up about 10%, so that is down. And then I'm down on my, so to say down, I'm up $3,300 on my oil long, but I'm down from 140% where I was. But I'm not concerned about any of these. I also have the new short that I opened yesterday. I have it all up here on my Bitfunded account. This is a live Bitfunded account. All of them are here, and I am adding to my shorts and longs. Now, very important. This is a place where the disclaimer actually does make sense, because even within my circles, people don't agree with me. And that's fine, bro. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. I have been destroyed so many times throughout the years because I let my thesis go and listen to everybody else. Everybody does their own thing. Maybe everybody else is right. I'm gonna give you what I can do, and you decide for yourself what you want to do. I'm not pushing the button for you, but I'm gonna share with you exactly what I'm doing with my own money. Okay? So a couple of things. One, if I just take out everything, let's say I just delete everything here, right? I take out everything. I don't look at Twitter. I don't look at the news. I don't look at anything. All I see here is a massive sell-off and an internal structure, and within that internal structure, a 4-hour downtrend. That's all I see. There is no reason for this to start going up until we have a close above the $72,000. Until then, I'm not even considering looking at a reversal here. Not even discussing the possibility, because it doesn't make any sense. So that said, I have actually the shorts open from here as well. I have all this here on and in the Telegram. I don't know why it's not showing on the chart, by the way, but I have them here, and I also have them in the Telegram. We shorted up here. That was the first short. The second short was up here, and now the third short down here. And I am still targeting $60,000 for Bitcoin. So ultimately, there is a clear structure to the downside. This comes back where? 50%. Very simple. Comes back 50, rejects. Guess what we just did now? Came back 50, rejects. That's the playbook. I don't care who says what. I don't care if Trump is saying this. I don't care if the Ayatollah is saying that. There is not going to be a resolution. And even if there is, the US is going to save face and everybody will see through it. So ultimately, I do believe long oil and short Bitcoin. I am shorting here with the stop loss up here at $72,000. If there is going to be a close above the $72,000, that there I would reconsider, and the only reason why I would, because there could be a push into this 80,000 region, because if you've been, I actually designed this show so you have to come back every day. I know it's tiring and whatever, but 5-10 minutes a day, bro. Like, take that and come back, because then I don't have to explain everything again and again and again. You will understand it. So back here I explain, on one of these shows, I explained that if you look at the weekly chart, the weekly equilibrium, meaning the weekly 50% retrace that we need to see, is actually up here at about $80,000. So we could see this start pushing towards that $80,000. That would be just even a bigger short, so I'm not even worried. I do not think that's happening, by the way. There has to be like an extremely good news. Like, the strait is open, everybody's happy, the UAE is not getting involved, the US is getting out, like, it's not happening. But if it was to happen, it would start with a 4-hour close above here at $72,000, and then I would reconsider. Until then, I'm only interested in shorting, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. So now I have this open with this stop loss up here, but once I see a 15-minute market structure shift anywhere here, so anywhere here I see a 15-minute market structure shift, I am going to add to my positions, especially in shit like Solana, especially in shit like Zcash, like all these things I might actually start shorting. I've only been trading Bitcoin because it is less manipulated, or cannot really be manipulated as much as like the other tokens can, but I might take other positions too. So that said, I'm shorting. What's happening with oil, right? So oil, I do have my oil position here, right? So by the way, 2bit. I wanted to tell you about 2bit. We do have an insane competition. So it's not just a normal trading competition. All you need to do, 2bit is a non-KYC exchange available worldwide. They're based in Singapore. I know the team. They are super cool. If you sign up, you do have massive, massive bonuses, especially if you have larger capital to trade with. So you deposit $20,000, you get $2,000 in bonus, which you can literally just use. There was someone who posted in the Telegram. I posted in the Telegram that literally uses the bonus to print money. I think you should try that. But there is a campaign running where we will go to Madrid for a Real Madrid game and La Liga, because La Liga 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓 is the official sponsor for La Liga. We're gonna go and see them play. 10 people coming with me. All you need to do is trade using the link in the description. So just sign up to 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓, start trading, and you are going to enroll here. And if you have the highest volume, you're gonna be in the top 6. If you have the highest PNL, so even if you have $200, you can start trading. You are going to be in the top 3, and then you can also get a lucky win. It's actually only 8 people that's coming with us, but it's gonna be awesome. So go and check that out. But what I wanted to say, oil. So I am going to add to my oil trade, because if you look at oil on the 4-hour chart, this is again nothing else but a reversal. Now, yes, you could argue that this here is a low end, whatever, and there is no high here and this didn't push above, and you would be absolutely right. But I still go with the internal structure because oil is driven 100% by news. So this here for me is a very, very strong level. That means that I want to start adding to the position. Currently my entry is actually not even this. My entry is, because I layered up, my entry is 91.2. So actually my entry is up here, 91.2, around here. And I am going to keep adding to the position, and I am going to keep waiting for this to hit 125, and I do believe that that is going to happen. There's going to be massive oil shortages in the United States, and there's the gap in Europe and Asia, and as the gap is closing between the WTI and Brent, I do believe that both of them are great longs. I'll see the announcement today, see if it comes lower. If it doesn't, I do believe that it's game time and it is going much higher. About the S&P, perfect retest. So I've been waiting for this. I hope that it comes back to the 50% level. If it does, I'm gonna throw the house at it, because the S&P, as I've been telling you for a while now, is going down to sub 6,000, but sub 5,500, somewhere around here. I would be adding at 6,800, and if I can, I'll just simply add more to it. Guys, this is it. Make sure that you check out 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗓 and join in the competition. I want to see you in Madrid on the game with me in VIP. It's gonna be freaking amazing. We're gonna go paintball, go-kart. It's gonna be fun, and at the same time, please join in the community. I will be traveling. I wanted to tell you one more thing regarding travel. So I have a good friend. They are hosting it at Swissborg. They're an exchange, but what they are doing is that they are hosting the masterminds in Geneva. There is going to be a link in the description if you want to join there. It's going to be very institutional, very smart people, over $100 billion in net worth joining us there. And I am going to be here in Switzerland, in Geneva. So if you want to join in, there's going to be a coupon code down in the description to get 50% off or 60% off. I don't know. You can have to check it out. But also, I think it's going to be cool. Roll Poll is coming as well. Check it out. They're not a sponsor or whatever. I'm gonna attend there, and I thought I'm gonna shout them out because I like the people, and I think it's going to be an incredible event in Switzerland. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Check out these, and yeah, come back tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.